Alright, what is going on, you guys? Now that mule deer has been fixed, I figured I would do a mule deer guide for Silver Ridge Peaks. Look at that guy right there. Look at that guy. What a good looking mule deer. See, I'm going to go around today and show you guys all the hot spots that I hit when I when I grind for mule deer. Now hopefully that they've been fixed too, I can actually get a diamond one, because I have yet to get a diamond on my map on Silver Ridge Peaks. They were really hard to find. I was having a hard time even finding max weight ones, and they were just super rare. But I've already been around a couple times. I've already killed, God, over a dozen max weight range ones at least. I've already got some good respawns. I'm still going around just looking though. I do know where a few more big ones are. Some of these guys I would really like to try to take down with the bow. But I'm also just going to go around today and kill a bunch of smaller ones. Oh, that guy stepped just a little bit right when I shot, but I still think I got liver, so... Yep, he is down. He just took like half a step forward right when I shot. Oh, it sounds like there's another one up there too. This is the guy I chased down here though. And he looks like a pretty good deer, so let's see what he is. 274 too. Wow. That is a fantastic mule deer. He's a gray. Oh, I actually got lung. I thought I hit a little bit further back there. See, normally I'd be taxidermying that guy, but now that they're actually fixed, I don't think I'm going to taxidermy anything smaller than 290s. I already have a bunch of 270s and 280s in my mule deer room in my lodge, so... Yep, I only want to taxidermy the real big ones. But that is a great start to today's video. You're probably going to see a couple of other really big ones too in this video, in some spots that I'm probably going to let go. There's a few of them that I want to put aside and just do a bow hunt with them. I think one of them, its max estimate is like 340s. I don't think he's a diamond. His estimate is just really high. You know, and I got another one that I think it's like 320s max estimate. But they look like, you know, 290s, 300 class deer. So... yeah, I want to try to bow hunt those guys, but I want to go around today and just kill a bunch of small ones too, and maybe take out some of the bigger ones as well. Try to get some respawns. And I'll just show you my best spots, how I do this. So to start, I'll tell you, I absolutely hate hunting down here. You can find mule deer pretty much all over the map. So I usually start around in here and just kind of work my way up and around, and I'll just keep doing kind of this loop, hit this little island lake as well, but just keep hitting this loop. And once I've done this loop about 3 times, then I'll come down here and do this hunt like once, because this is just a pain in the butt to hunt. It's just super steep, super thick. It's really hard to chase deer down. It's hard to find them. So where's that coming from? Oh, that's coming. No, that's a bison. Yeah, I hate hunting down here, so I don't do it very often. So let me see. It's 10:07. With it being a mule deer drink time right now, you can pretty much go to any lake and find a mule deer. I got a lot of pronghorn here too. Yeah, there's a mule deer right there. Oh well, there's another one. I didn't even see that guy. He's a dilute. Looks like I got 2 bucks right there. So when I'm grinding these guys, I usually don't use the stands very much, because I move around a lot. I know some people are all about setting up stands and whatever, but by the time I make it all the way around the map to all the spots that I want to hit... Oh, I put bad shots on that guy? I did. Yeah, I must have. anyways, like I was saying, by the time I make it all the way back around, the hunting pressure is gone anyways from where I started at, so I don't bother putting a stand anywhere. I'll just kill a couple animals in each spot and move on. And it looks like some more spawned in over there. Let my guy calm down here for a second. I think I hit just a little bit high on that first one. Alright, here's that dilute. It's just a small guy, just a 177. I love this rack. I wish they made this shape rack bigger. I really, really like this kind of like tulip shape to that rack. And we'll grab this guy. 212.7. Yeah, that's not a bad looking buck. He's alright. You know what? I'm just going to fast travel over here. Do not fast travel if you kill what you think is a trophy. Sometimes when you fast travel, your animals will disappear. So I do it just to pick up some of these smaller guys, but if you kill something you want to mount, or definitely something that's a diamond, do not fast travel. Well, that guy's going to drink all the way out there in that field. Oop. Definitely don't want to shoot him with the 22, do I? Alright, I'm going to come over here to this area now. I have a tent set up right here. I put this tent here originally to try to hunt this lake, but I never really got mule deer at this lake, and I just never moved my tent. And just recently I spawned in at the cabin down there, and I walked up here and there was a max weight mule deer standing like right there. So they have a feed zone here somewhere. Oh yeah, it's basically right on my tent. So I'm gonna have to move this tent here, I guess, eventually, because yeah, I think if you spawn into like a tent or something like that right on a zone, the animals in that zone don't appear until you go away like 250 yards. So I need to move that tent so the animals right there will spawn. But usually around this time, so the drink time, you know, I definitely hit up the lakes and whatever. But honestly, if you want to like really kill a lot of mule deer, you need to learn where to hunt them during their feed and their rest times. Their drink time on this map is so short. You're just never going to kill a good number of them if you only hunt the drink time, or it's going to cost you a lot of money just constantly changing the time. So I'll show you what I do here after the drink time. Basically just where I go. It kind of depends on what part of the map I'm on to during that time, but you know, if I'm down here hunting this time and it's after the drink time, I'll usually just mosey on up this way. Kind of head up here, hunt this hill back here. I also have a tent up there, so. But they do have a feed zone right out here on my map as well. I only saw one deer in it the other day though. I didn't shoot him. He was just a small guy, but I left him there to come over here, and there was some other deer, and I ended up getting sidetracked and just never got around to going back and killing him. But I also have a zone right down here that usually has a couple deer in it. I killed them the last time I was here, so I don't know if they just haven't respawned, but it's also just really early into their feed time. Their drink time just ended, so they just might not be here yet either. Alright, so this lake right here, I haven't really hunted it during mule deer drink time, but I don't really see a whole lot of mule deer around it. You know, there's a couple of them that rest up there on the hill, or at least there used to be. I haven't really seen anything up there lately. So this area right here has actually kind of just been a little dead for me recently. But it's still worth checking out. but definitely if you come here and there's nothing here, be sure to walk that hill back there. I'm gonna fast travel up this hill to my tent. So I stuck my tent up here, kind of by this lake, and then I put a tripod right down here. Funny enough, like I said, I don't really use the tripod very much. A lot of the stuff I have set up on my map, tents, tripods, things like that, stuff that I set up a long time ago, and I just never ended up moving it. Well, this isn't turning into a very good mule deer guide. I am not finding any mule deer now. Maybe I've just gone through and killed everything. But usually, there is a mule deer or two standing right over there on the hill. And now there's nothing but one little jive turkey. Alright, switching gears. I wasn't really finding anything down here. Honestly, though, this whole area right here, even though I do find some mule deer down here, this is not what I consider like my hot spot. I usually do really good on the mule deer. Mostly on these lakes right here on this side. And just up through here. I used to do really good right here on these two lakes, but not lately. So, but everyone's map's different though, so definitely check those out. Let's switch gears. Let's go over here. I know there's some mule deer over here. I never find them really on the south lake anymore, so I usually just head up here to the north lake. When I came through here the other day for the first time since the change, I came here during their drink time, and there was two different groups of mule deer at the lake up here, and there was 4 max weight range mule deer. So there was 4 giant ones in there. They were all like 270s and up, and so I killed all 4 of them, and then I came back, and there was 2 more that were respawns from those 4 I killed, and one of them is a giant. So he's one of the ones that I definitely want to save and try to get down with the bow. But it's worth coming up here again because I killed the other one, and I want to come up here and check it out and see if I got any more respawns from those other ones too. There's also a little surprise running around over here that's going to be a completely separate video. There's a little little bighorn sheep running around somewhere. I've seen him 2 different spots. I saw him up here the last time. He was like up there kind of on that hill behind those trees. And the first time I saw him though, he was all the way down on the other side of the cabin there. So I'm not sure where he likes to hang out here, but he's a 5 medium. And what is his estimate? His estimate I think is 170. So it's like 6 points above diamond range, and I'm pretty sure he's a diamond. I don't know if I've never killed a bighorn sheep troll. All the 5 mediums I've ever killed have been diamonds, and he looks like a diamond. He is freaking huge. So that's probably the group that has the big mule deer in it, but I don't know where the really big one is. But I'm definitely going to take out that smaller one. And ever since I came here and I found those 2 groups initially at their drink time, each time I've come back here now since, and it hasn't been the drink time, and I've only been able to find this one group. I don't know where the other group goes during their feed time, but I'm assuming it's probably up there in the hills somewhere. Let's employ this awesome tactic I have of just running up on the animals as quick as I can. Alright, so I don't know where the big buck is. I mean, I want to take him with the bow anyways, but it's always nice to revisit a spot and get eyes on him and know that he's still there. Jeez, this guy ran far. Must have been a terrible hit. Yep, pelvis, intestines, and intestines, stomach. I was hoping to catch liver right there, but that's unfortunate. 182 too. Something's running by me. Sounds like it's a bear, yep. Let me fast travel back to that cabin real quick. Every now and then when I come to this cabin, you go away and you come back and there'll be some deer just standing right here in front. I don't know if the zone is still there or not, but there used to be one. Yeah, see, I used to have a mule deer zone right here, but now it's elk and turkey. I've also seen the mule deer before, right up here. Just kind of just right along this hillside here. It's hard to say though. I mean, everything changes so much. I have zones that just completely disappear, and I know that they were there before, and I don't ever hunt enough to delete a zone. I usually don't put that much pressure anywhere. I only kill like 3 animals max in one spot, and then I leave. But I still have zones that disappear. Sometimes they just change or move, and sometimes they'll even reappear later. So I don't know. I've also never ever seen mule deer at this lake. So alright. Alright, so this is the next good spot. This right here is one of my best lakes. I have a ton of mule deer that come around here to this lake. First thing, right down here. Just literally right out of the cabin. There's a feed zone right here. So they usually head up here after drinking. So this is like the first spot that I check if I come here and it's not their drink time. And I usually come up this way. And you can usually run a little bit as long as you stay up kind of high on the hillside. Usually don't spook them. Yeah, get to about right there, and there they are. That is a really nice level 4 right there. Oh, sounds like there's a mountain lion. Hopefully he's high enough that he doesn't go down there and try to chase him off. Now, I think there's a really big one in here too. Yeah, that guy right there. Max estimate 320. That's one of the ones that I am saving for a bow hunt. He is huge. But it looks like I got some more here now. So I'm going to get some of these smaller guys going. See if I can get some respawns out of those. But I need to try to get into a spot where I can maybe try to get 3 of them. I'm not as quick shooting with this 303 either. I'm used to using the M1, and I was using the M1 still, but I switched to the 303 only because of sound. The M1 is like a cannon now. It is an absolute cannon. It is so loud. Well, there's a pretty nice one right there laying down too. That one though, that 321, that is a monster. That is a huge mule deer. I mean, he's, diamond potential, I guess, since his estimate goes to 320, but he's not a diamond. He's actually probably a 270s, which is still really, really big. I'd like to get that guy and then hit the 2 standing. That other one laying down is probably going to take off real quick. It seems like they run off from a laying down position faster than if they're just standing. I don't know if I can sneak one by that little doe or not. Oh man, should I try it? Well, kind of let the smoke clear and see how we did. Well, I saw 1 go down. I saw 2 go down. There goes the monster. I think we have 3 down. I don't see the other one. That looks like 3. That is definitely 3 on the hunting pressure. Now, I didn't even notice on that first one if I actually got it past the doe or if I hit the doe. I'm assuming I got it past the doe. If I hit the doe, it was probably just a grazing shot, and I don't think she would have died from that quick. So, there's one of them. It's just a 214.9. Oh, he's got 2 separate antlers. Oh, that looks so stupid. I hate it when they have 2 completely separate racks. I don't mind a little asymmetry and a little difference in the racks, but at least make it look like the racks belong together. That's a really cool looking rack. I like this one. For a small rack, I really like the way that one looks. So this was the first one I shot, just past that doe. Yep, I was hoping I could hit the front of a lung. He's only a 211.6. Got a nice wide rack, just no mass, and he's only got the, the 3 tines on each side up there. And that's all right. So the way I hunt this lake now, and since it's not their drink time, like I said, that's always the first spot I check. But I usually get some mule deer laying down on this hill up here. This bear's chasing me. So I usually come up here and then I just circle around up to that road a little bit and start walking down, kind of glance up on the hill. The last time I was here I didn't see anything on that hill, which is pretty weird because I usually see deer up there. It also seems like that group I just shot also likes to hang out over the hill over there, kind of where those bears and stuff are. I haven't gone over there and found their little zone that they have over there. I think it's a rest zone, but I've definitely spooked them out of there. So definitely come over here though, check out this whole hillside. I usually don't see anything through here. They're usually laying right over there. It's actually pretty bizarre that I'm not finding anything over there recently. Maybe it's a rest zone though. Oh, see, there's a feed zone over there. That one's for elk. They should be up here on this hillside. It's pretty weird because I just saw them here the other day. Like I said, they weren't here the last time I was here, but they were the time before that. And I see them right here enough that this is one spot that I come and check every single time I come to this lake. So, and this is their tracks too. So they're up there somewhere, but usually they're just right here, right in this area. Let me go over here just to the other side of these trees here. There's another little open area right here. See, a long time ago I used to have a group of deer that sat over here too. Look at that. There is more deer over there. That's a different spot. I'm gonna have to go over there and check that out now and see if there's any bucks in that group. Yep, there's another buck. Oh, there's another one, a 332 max range. Holy hell. That's a really big buck. High estimate goes up to 332. God, what was the other one over there? 320? Oh, the wind is blowing right at him too. I wasn't even paying attention to the wind as I walked up here. Alright, so I think the next time I come here, I'll try to take that guy out with the bow as well. And I will just come around this way. I'll hunt that one. And then I'll keep coming around and come down from this side. That is good to know. Alright. This is the next spot I always hit. This one right here by the Cougar Watch. What outpost? It's Sneffels Outpost. This is one of my favorite lakes on multiplayer, especially during mule deer drink time. I've killed a lot of big mule deer here. As a matter of fact, this is where I got my only diamond mule deer on Silver Ridge Peaks on multiplayer. The only decent looking diamond mule deer I have. The other diamond one I got on Parquet right after the Truex came out, and it is the ugliest beast of a mule deer you have ever seen in your entire life. This lake hasn't been great to me on my map. Oh, look at that. There's that level 5 ram. Yep. So I'm definitely going to bow hunt him pretty soon, or try. The rams are really hard to sneak up on. I mean, there's no collars for them or anything, so you're basically just spot and stalk and try to get close. I did try to get close to him earlier with the bow today. I was just kind of messing around, and it was hard to get close to him. I got pretty close. I got within like 50 meters or so, but he kind of just kept walking off as he was eating. You know, he'd walk like 20 meters away and then stop and eat, and I'd crawl up to him again, and then he'd walk away a little bit and eat. And I'm definitely not looking forward to that bow hunt, but I really, really want to take one down with the bow. So I have 2 of them on my map. I want to do a video with just those 2, and I want to take at least one of them with the bow, and I might just shoot the other one with the rifle. I don't know. We'll have to see how the first one goes. But anyways, for mule deer though, like I said, I always check out this map or this lake right here on multiplayer. On my map though, right over there on the other side of the lake on the hill is where they like to feed. I do have one other group of mule deer that if you walk kind of just that way up the valley, I don't know if their zone is over there. I usually don't walk up there though. Like I said, I haven't really found anything big and worthwhile here. And if you come here during their drink time, both groups are here at the lake. But it's not looking like just one small buck. Oh no, there's another buck in there. Alright, so we'll try to take that guy down at least. Actually, I'll try to take them both down. Oh, I hit the doe behind him. Yeah, I zeroed for 150, so I was just aiming high. Ended up hitting a wrong deer. That is alright though. There's that first buck. He's got that. It's got that kind of angular rack, but it's a really small version of it. Looks like I got a vital hit on that other deer too. Oh yeah, it's just right up here. That was a complete accident. Oh, got her in the lung. We'll go down here and take a peek and see if I can see that other herd. Yeah, they're usually pretty hard to find. That's why you usually don't walk up here and look for them. It's just, I don't know. Timber's usually pretty thick. Oh, there's a mountain lion. Oh, they're definitely not going to be right there. There's a mountain lion right there. This is usually about the area that I see them in. Oh, there's a little ram. Yeah, I don't know where they're at, so we'll move on to the next spot. This is the next spot that I like to hunt. That was right here. So if it's mule deer drink time, the wind is usually blowing the way that I'm facing right now, but I will still just run right up here to the edge and look down by the lake. There's not going to be any deer right there right now, but I'll still run over here and just kind of show you where they're at on my map usually. So usually when I run up here, even though the wind's usually blowing straight down there, I usually don't spook them if I don't get too close, but they're usually standing just like right there on the hillside. Every now and then there's a couple of them over there, but I usually check right there first. Oh, look at that. Why are there deer out here now? Since they're eating, huh? Oh, I do have a feed. I didn't even know there was a feed zone here for them. I don't even have a drink zone for them, but I usually find them here at drink time. I didn't even know there was a feed zone for them. And that's a pretty nice piebald. When I say pretty nice, I don't mean nice rack-wise. I mean nice, the coat. It looks like he's got a lot of white on there. I love the ones that are a good mix of white and brown. I have a max weight piebald one at the island lake that I'll go to later. He's another one of the ones that I do want to get with the bow just because he's so big. But I'm not a huge fan of his coat. He's got one of those coats that's like mostly brown with like a spot on the side, which just makes him a piebald, but it's not a very good pattern really. That guy's got an awesome pattern though. He's got a good mix of the white and the brown. I really, really like that. So since all these guys are just going to stand here, see if I can hit all of them. As soon as this piebald guy lifts his head. If he lifts it. It looked like there was another deer there that I didn't see. I think it was just a doe though. Well, let's go up here and find out how I did. If you hear some heavy sighing in here, I got two dogs sleeping on the floor right next to me. Oh Jesus, that turkey scared the shit out of me. I thought it was a dead deer laying right there. I barely caught a glimpse of it. So where was that piebald one standing? Oh, he's right. I was literally standing right on top of him. I didn't even see him right there. Jesus. Okay. Kind of blends in, huh? Yeah. See, I really like that coat. That is awesome looking. I want to find a piebald like this that's like a 290s class or better. This guy's got a dinky, adorable little rack. I love the way the tines curl in. But he's way too small. Super awesome looking coat, though. Alright, here's another one of those guys. Just a 210.5. Got the angular rack. Oh, there was the other deer that was with them. Yeah, it's just a doe. Alright. And he's also 191, also got that angular rack. Alright, let me go back to that cabin real quick. So I was just showing you how I hunt that area under drink time. So those guys kind of caught me off guard right there, feeding. But usually if it's not their drink time, whether it's their feed time or their rest zone, head up the road up here a little bit. Like I said, the zones kind of move and disappear on me and whatever. Like I used to find them like right there, laying down all the time, but I don't anymore, like ever. But I have found them standing in the road right here during their feed times. And they also like to feed up around the bend up there, basically at the bottom of this hill right here. There's kind of this little canyon right there, I guess, that the road goes through. And I usually get a whole group of deer and elk in that little spot. So usually head up here, but I kind of keep an eye out those you head up here. Like I said, I have seen them just like right here on the side of the road feeding lately. I also see them kind of traveling up in this area now. I used to see them more on this side of the road, but it seems lately I've been catching them on this side a little bit more. So yep, there's a deer. Now the first time I was up here, there was a couple really big bucks. There was a max weight one, and there was a couple other ones that were, they weren't max weight, but they were still really big for the weight that they were. Since I killed them though, I haven't really got good respawns out of them, but I keep coming up here to check. Oh, and you know, I actually think the last time I was up here, I shot 2 of the 3 elk that were up here too. Oh yeah, there's a small buck. So that guy's new. He wasn't here the last time I was up here. I don't know if you can get bucks to respawn from killing does or not. But since I'm up here, let's try to take out that guy. And at least one other doe. And there's one of the elk. So there must be more elk up there then, because I just had a bugle a little bit ago from that way. Alright, here's that doe. And here's another one of those tiny little adorable guys. And let's move on. This lake up here used to be a pretty decent lake for me. It hasn't been good lately though either. Seems like some of my spots just completely got just nerfed. And like the last couple times I was here, I saw like one single buck just standing out here in the field. I think I actually have, yeah, so you have a zone, a feed zone for them. But I haven't seen one lately up there, so I don't know. I don't know if they're going to respawn there or not. Yeah, I still come up here to check it out though a lot. During their drink time, I usually do get, you know, a buck or two over here. And there's also just a ton of these mountain goats. I usually get mountain goats over here as well. A whole bunch of them. There's usually a mule deer or two over there, kind of hidden within the mountain goats during their the mule deer drink time. Yeah, they drink about the same time. That one actually looks, that's a pretty good mountain goat right there. I know I'm hunting mule deer, but let me, you know what, I'm gonna try to take that guy out real quick too while I'm here. Maybe. Oh, come on. Nope. Looks like I put a bad hit on him. Alright, well maybe he'll go die anyways. I don't care. This right here is my favorite lake. I love hunting this lake. So let's go there. Now mule deer drink time is actually like one of my least favorite times to hunt this lake. I mean, you can hunt it, but the mountain lions are usually around the lake at the same time, and they're usually scaring the shit out of the deer. Oh, I'm actually getting deer up there again. See, god damn, this is exactly what I'm talking about. A long time ago, whenever I would come here, the very first thing I would do is turn around and run up this hill right here, and I would just stand here and wait. And deer would just come pouring off the mountainside right here. They would like render in right there, almost like there's, I mean, I don't even think that's the edge of the map. No, see, the edge of the map is like further up the hill. But I would just like, I would just stand here, and it would almost be like a portal right there, and deer would just come pouring out of it, and they'd come running past me. And I had zones for them, like right over here. Like just on the other side of this hill, I had a zone. Actually, since that guy's up there, let me just go see if anything's changed. See, I also don't know if some of these zones changed with the new update with these guys or not. But I used to have a tent on that hill over there specifically for one of the zones I had right down here. I used to get mule deer down here. So yeah, I just spawned into that tent over there because from that distance I could just see over there perfect. It looks like I got one small guy up here now. Alright, I spawn back in at the cabin. Oh, let me see if I can hit that guy. Zeroed in for 150. Whoa, look at him go. Gonna run right towards me, huh? It was a terrible, terrible shot. Let me just put a couple more bad ones into him. I don't even care about him, honestly. I just want him to die. Get some respawns out of it. I'll just shoot that guy since he's kind of the direction I'm headed anyways. So usually when I come down here, every now and then, you know, I'll see a buck over here. So I kind of hunt this lake the same way each time I come here. And I usually start, actually, first thing I should say is scope out over there first, about where that goat is. Sometimes there's a buck standing over there feeding or resting or something. Then I'll come over this way and I'll run down just basically right here. I'm going a little off course just to go pick up this goat. Alright, this goat was actually a little further off course than I thought he was. Oh, and he's beige. That's disgusting. So dirty looking. Well, at any rate, like I was saying, usually I just run basically just straight down this timber line here. I kind of glassing out ahead the whole time. Because, yeah, there's usually a deer down there. Sometimes there's some animals over here. Yep, there goes some deer. They must have been kind of over in this area, and I spooked them as I was going over there to get that goat. That's a pretty nice buck right there, though. Probably a 240s. When I'm coming down here too, though, be sure to glass this area up here. Every now and then you'll see one up there, and sometimes you'll catch one back in there too. You might hear my dog down there smacking her gums and licking her lips. She's down there making a lot of noise as she's sleeping. They're so funny. Yeah, 240s, 243.9. I really like this rack too. I don't like the one with the wavy tine. This isn't it though. This one's taller. There's one where the wavy tine kind of like branches off to the side. It's like a super wide rack. That one I hate. This one's not too bad though. And I do put a tripod right here because I usually come here and shoot a lot of animals. There's probably not going to be much out there right now though. There goes that buck. Yeah, there's another one. Yeah, see, I just picked up his zone. Seems like I've always seen deer there, so I don't know why his zone is just now appearing. That guy's facing downhill. I'm not sure if I can hit him or not. And of course he's going to lay down. I definitely don't care about him as a trophy, so if I can just get some shots into him, get him dead. That looks like I saved it though. He's going down pretty quick now. Alright, let's go see how we did. I also have a tent up here on this hill. So if I do catch a glimpse of something over in that valley from my tripod and I can't get a good angle on it, I can come up here and drop in from the top. There's also this little herd of bighorns always here. I used to have some more mule deer too that would sit right up here kind of along these trees. I don't anymore. At least I haven't seen them there for a while, but it's just another spot to check out on your map. So like I said, everyone's maps are a little bit different. So, and my map's changed so much since I've had this game. I mean, I've only had this game for 6 months maybe. I've got like, I think like 700 hours or something into it. But I got it right before the Truax, the mule deer came out. So I used to grind for the mule deer when I first got it to try to get one of those OG diamond racks, and I did end up getting a few of those. But since then, man, I've had so many zones that have just deleted and moved and changed and come back and whatever. So, yep, all these spots, they're definitely worth checking out on your map, even if I don't have deer there. So, looks like I passed that other guy. I thought I was going to catch him on the way down and see him. Maybe I walked right by him and I was just blabbing my mouth and not paying attention. I have no idea. I'll run down here and pick up this guy. It looks like I'll just have to double back up. Let me fast travel back up to that tent. Oh, you know what? There's his blood. Man, I was way off. Yep, here he is. That's why I didn't see him coming down the hill, because he's on this side of the tree. Yeah, it just didn't quite get enough penetration with that first shot, but I was lined up good. Yeah, second shot got in there, left lung liver. It's just a 222.6. All right. We go back up to that tent again. So the other way I like to hunt this spot from this tent is actually just to come straight down the hill right here. Now, once again, this is another one of those spots where I don't have mule deer where I used to. But like I said, all the maps are different, and you might. But I used to have zones right here for them. So I would find mule deer just right here in the open, and this was like the perfect way to just come in from above them and have like a perfect line of sight to them. Another zone that I have is actually right over there next to the tree. They like to rest on the hill right there. I used to have a giant group of them, and then the zone got deleted. And then, I mean, when I say deleted, I mean it just disappeared. I didn't delete it. It didn't disappear from hunting pressure. It was just gone one day. I stopped seeing deer there, and then I looked on my map, and the zone was gone. And then it came back, and then it disappeared again. And then the last time I was playing, it dinged, and it gave me another zone, and now it looks like it's gone again. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this game sometimes, but it's just one of those spots that if it's not their drink time, I'll just run over here and I'll check it anyways. Just get to within, 350 meters of it, and whatever's there should be spawned in at that distance. And if they're there, they're there, and if they're not, they're not. But I like to come down this way anyways after I come over here, so even if they're not there, I still come down this way. Because I usually find mule deer down here in this open field now. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything up here right now. Just pretty odd. Because I usually do have a deer or two just kind of right here on this side. And then there's usually a deer right down there kind of in front of those bushes. It's just another one of those things, though. I think some of the zones might have moved with this latest update as well. So I don't know. I usually do have something down here to spot, though. Yep, there's a deer. A pretty good one for level 3. Or at least his estimate goes up there a bit. Yeah, and that guy's just going to trot off, I think. Oh man, I'm probably going to put a bad shot on this guy, but oh, look at that. There's another deer. He went down. So I also have a tent right here. Depending on how I hunt the lake from my tripod, if I see some stuff over here and I end up coming to this tent up here, like I showed you, and I go down that hill, then I'll usually end up just walking down this way like I just did a minute ago and come down the valley this way. If I'm hunting over here and I don't see anything over here worth traveling to this tent for, then I'll come straight to this tent and just walk straight out this way. And I usually see that, like that deer that just ran over there, I usually just see them standing around over there. And then sometimes there's even some deer just like right up there, like I said. So that's why I got that tent right there. Actually, what I meant to do was grab that 4-wheeler so I could go pick up that other buck. Alright, here's one of those guys. Just a 216.6. I don't even think the other guy died, so he's not even worth going and looking for. So one other way I used to hunt this area too is after I'd come down here and kill everything in this open area, I'd kind of walk on down this way a little bit and glass this hillside right here. Kind of just by the trail and whatever. I used to have a mule deer zone over there as well. There hasn't been anything over there lately though, so it hasn't really been worth my time going over there. And I've been down there several times and there's just been nothing over there now, so I don't know what happened to those zones. Like I said, these two lakes, man, they used to be really, really good for me. That's why I have this tripod right here, because I would have a whole herd of mule deer that would drink right there, and then they'd eat up on the hillside. I mean, I still have mule deer drink time, but the last time I was here, there was one doe here and one doe over here. And that's a mountain goat drink time, drink zone. But there was a mule deer right there too, drinking. But it was just a single, and then I had like two does down here. So I haven't had any bucks here. The last time, this lake right here also used to be like fairly decent. I would find some bucks up in here. But the last time I was here, I only saw one small buck. These lakes over here are just a pain in the ass to hunt. I do like to hunt this island lake though. Alright, so the first thing I do when I come to this lake, if it's mule deer drink time, I jump over the fence and I come right here, because I do have some mule deer that drink right here. If it's their feed time, actually I think that the last time I said there was only one doe that fed up there. But before the update though, there was a couple deer that would feed up there, and usually a buck or two. So it's definitely worth looking at. Another thing too, before the update, but not after it, I used to walk right over here towards the road, and since the wind is blowing this direction, by the time I got to about right here, I had deer spooking up the hill right here. So I don't know exactly where they hung out, if they hung out here, like right where I'm at, and they spooked when I just started moving at the cabin, or if they kind of hung out at the bottom of the hill and then spooked as I got closer. But I would usually see some deer running up that hill right there. So from here, I would just kind of go down the road, and the same story. When I got right up to here, I would see deer kind of running up the hill a little bit. But I haven't seen them on this hillside since the update, since I've been grinding for that diamond mule deer, so I don't know if they just moved from this area or what. But I'll show you where I have been finding them. So as you'll see, I do have a mule deer zone just right up the road here, but it's a morning one. And then I have, oh, that's a black bear zone now. There are mule deer that feed over here though. So it says black bear zone, and the mule deer probably shouldn't be feeding over there now. It's actually their later rest time now. But the first time I spotted the group, they were over there. And the group I'm talking about is the group with that really big max weight piebald one. Oh, my dogs just went right out of the room. But yeah, they're not over there now, but they do feed over there. So that's definitely a spot to check out. This whole area is pretty good for mule deer though. I've seen them, I mean, like I said, as the zones change and kind of shift and move around and whatever, I find them all over the place. I always at least have one or two herds here. So yeah, if you come here and you're having a hard time finding them, look where I said, right by the cabin there by the drink time, and then walk around the lake the same way I just went. And then come over here and kind of glass this field. And then I would walk up onto this hill. Stay on this side of the road though. And stay up on the hillside and kind of glass that hillside all the way around. Yeah, and just work your way all the way around the whole end of that cliff. You'll see what I'm talking about when I get up there too. But I've seen mule deer even over here before. And that group with the piebald one, actually, so I found them the first time. Like I said, they were over there feeding in that field. And then when I came back, I couldn't find them again. And it's, I was like, whatever. I left and I just kept grinding for mule deer, and then I come back here again, and I still couldn't find them. So I was like, all right, I gotta figure out where the hell these guys are going, because I want to come and hunt this guy with the bow. So I did what I said. I just kind of started down there, and I kind of just worked my way just along this hillside here, just glassing that other hill right over there. So I stayed up here on this cliff, and I was just checking out the hillside all the way around till I came all the way over here. I got up here, and there was an elk down there, and I shot the elk. I put a bad shot on the elk, and the elk ran. And as I was looking for the elk, I found my deer, and they were just right down there somewhere. And that piebald one was in that group. Yep, there they are. So this is where they're coming to rest now. Oh, there goes a turkey. The max weight range turkey too. So my big buck is down there. Like I said, he's not a very good patterned piebald, so he just, depending on the way he's laying, he'll just look brown, so that might actually be him. I'm not sure. But there was 2 giant bucks there before. Alright, so I came down here to try to get a better look at the bucks. Or that buck, the big one, to see if it was the piebald one. I couldn't see him laying down right there. So I got up and I kind of spooked him a little bit. And I got off and just walked over the hill right there out of sight. I think I'll just try to crawl up here, and if that buck is my piebald one, then I'll just try to take him with the bow right now. And if he's not, then I'll just shoot him with the rifle. Alright, looks like I finally got some cover. Oh, and they are just right there too. God damn, they hide so well in these bushes. Look at that. They are literally right in front of me. "17 meters away." So I can't tell if that's my piebald guy or not, because like I said, he's mostly brown. He's just got like the one spot on his side. And the only problem with right here is when they get up, that doe's going to get up and be right in my way too. I'm going to put out a collar, just switch to my bow. Guy's going to get up. Just stick that guy right now. Oh, that one ran off. Alright, so I don't know if this is a piebald guy or not, like I said, but I don't think it is. Nope. And it's not. He's just a 243.8. Just a nice, solid, big mule deer. Man, I am so happy to be finding big mule deer like this on my map now, too. This is so amazing. Having so much fun hunting them again. So much fun hunting them that I'm not even hunting Tiawara, however the hell you say it now. The new New Zealand map. Figured I'd come back here to hunt these guys. So that piebald monster is somewhere around here. The last time I saw him, he was down here with these guys, so I just don't know where he's at now, but I'll come back and hunt him another time. Let me see. That's pretty much it. This spot right here, you might want to check it out on your map. I still have a mule deer zone up here. It's not the time for this zone right now, but I haven't seen mule deer in it since the update. But this was kind of like a little secret spot of mine. I accidentally stumbled across it. I was actually at this lake, and I put a bad shot on something, and it ran all the way up here, and I just followed it, and I came out up here, and there was deer on this little road right here. So I have a zone up here for them, and there used to be a zone right here for them as well. But I haven't seen anything in their zone since the update. They haven't been appearing here, and I've, just in case my tent was too close to where they are, I've walked away 300 meters and came back, and they just won't come to the zone anymore. But it's definitely worth checking out on your map, because, you know, I mean, you never know, they might be there. So this is another, used to be a really good spot for me, but just hasn't been lately. And like I said, I hate hunting down here, but do it every now and then. Walk the shoreline. I've definitely seen some big mule deer along the shoreline, but I absolutely hate hunting down there. But that's pretty much it. That's mainly how I hunt. Like I said, I really like sticking to these areas right here on the west, these lakes, and then the one up here at Two Fawns I hunt also a lot. You know, like I said, this area down here I make just a quick run through, but it's not like a mule deer hotspot for me. But you know, I do kill my fair share down there as well. But yeah, everything else, God man, I basically grind mule deer, and then I find diamonds of everything else. I still find diamond pronghorn, because if I go to an area and there's no mule deer and I see other stuff, you know, I'll shoot the other stuff too. And so that's how I end up getting like all my diamond pronghorns, diamond bison. I got those 2 level 5 rams on my map right now. I don't grind for those. I don't hunt, you know, the bighorn or the mountain goats or anything. I don't grind for diamonds for those, but I probably have more diamond mountain goats than anything else. I find those all the freaking time. So yeah, I grind for mule deer, and I just pick up diamonds of other shit on the way, and that's it. So yeah, I hope this guide was like a little bit helpful. Honestly, if you ask me, I kind of avoided making a guide before for a few reasons. One of which, I think you should be like super knowledgeable on the species and the map if you're going to make a guide. And like I said, I'm only like 6 months into this game, but I do have most of my 700 hours was spent on Silver Ridge Peaks. So I do know this map pretty damn good. But also, guides for this game are just kind of BS. Like I said, I just kind of gave you a really good rundown of where a lot of good mule deer spots are and where to check. And you might go there and not find a damn thing. Everyone's map's just a little bit different. You know, I've seen a lot of videos from a lot of the other real popular YouTubers giving guides, and I've gone and looked at their spots and waited, and nothing has shown up. You know, I've gone to their spots during the drink times. There was, as a matter of fact, this secret little lake right here, DD33, is that his name? The Hunter DD33, whatever. He did a video on this lake right here for like an awesome little secret mule deer spot. And so I went there, and there was like, I think like 1 mule deer that showed up there. And I just get, at least I did get a ton of bears and mountain lions at that area. But there was like almost no mule deer in that spot for me. But his video of that spot, there's literally like 20 mule deer. You know, and it's like, oh, the secret hot spot. And it's, well, no, maybe for you, not for everybody though. You know, so, you know, I've showed you a lot of my good spots, but they could be bust for you. And I've showed you some spots that used to be good for me that aren't good for me now, and they might be good for you. So yeah, you really got to take some of these guides with like a grain of salt. No matter who's making the video, they're not all perfect, and they might not apply to you or your map either. So yeah, it is what it is, but I hope you got something out of the video. If you do like the video, please like and subscribe. I will catch you on the flip side.